Hi everybody, this is Gary Dean, and this is our nightly video report for Tuesday, December 20th, 2016. So the Dow seems like it's on its march to 20,000. I thought it was going to get there today, but that seems to be the mission at hand right now. So most likely they're going to get it, if they don't get it tomorrow, they're probably going to get it by week's end. They're only 20 points away. The S&P was up, but it was it wasn't really following, suit. It was kind of dull overall, and we can see, the institutions were back on the sell side again. But like I said, the seasonality and the just where the Dow is right now and where they anticipate on taking it by the time we leave for a holiday break, I don't really think that the selling that we're seeing in the institutions is really going to take any kind of effect. I think it's going to wait till at least sometime into next week, and possibly it may not hit until January. But one thing that I'm really anticipating is that we're going to the top is going to come with some big moves where what happens is you make some kind of rounded top on it, and right now we have not seen that. As you can see, we pretty much have gone straight up, but eventually what's going to happen, it's either going to flatten out and we're going to start getting these moves that are, say, 20, 30, maybe 40 points up and down, but we're going nowhere, and that's going to be the clue that there's a top that's being made. So we haven't really seen that. Maybe on the S&P, because you can see that we didn't really have that big of a drop. It was only from 2280 down to the 2246. So that was like 30 points. But you can see, we know the Dow is at new highs right now, but we have the S&P that's not there. But again, I'm not saying this to build a right now bearish view, because like I said, I think that they're going to try to hold things up until at least after the holidays. So I'm just kind of pointing out that as of right now today, that the S&P hasn't made new highs as the Dow did. Now it kind of, if we make new highs here, there's a good chance we're going to start to see those bearish divergences. We're still very, very overbought. So what that kind of means is you can trade the long side, but what you want to do is just keep a stop in place and keep raising it, and don't be greedy. If you have some decent profits, take them. Short side, it's not the right time. I think that the one position that we took, it looked good. We actually missed the first target by a few points, but yeah, after that they bid things back up again, and like I said, they're back on their march to the Dow 20,000. So it was a decent trade. Like I said, I've been saying it would make more sense if they actually took a breather before it started heading higher, but the fact that we're Tuesday right now, once we start getting into the later of the week, there's probably not going to be any volume, so they'll probably just hold things up, or if they're going to, go lower, they're just going to drift it a little bit, but I wouldn't really be banking on any huge moves. So let's take a look at the 60-minute chart. Again, bearish divergences here. The bears never really even came close to testing that trend line, but what the problem is that when because it's an uptrending line, that so when we kind of go sideways or not go straight up on this, what happens is it gets closer and closer. So when when the trend line was here and moving up, it had quite a ways before it was going to get broke. So now it's continuing up, and right now from this trend line, it's at 2260. And the S&P is at 2270. So that's what I mean by it's heading up, and it's giving. Eventually, it's going to get broken again. That may be the sign that we are trying to form some type of short-term or intermediate-term top. I really think that the overall line in the sand, even if they break this trend line here, is the bears need to get it through this 2250 area, 2247. If they do that, that's when we start looking at these levels here. But until that happens, the bulls are in control, and there's no way that you can fight this, and especially since they have the seasonality, it's it's tough to go against them right now. So if you don't want to go against them and you don't want to jump on a rally that's up 10% in a month, then you just sit and watch. And if you, like I said, if you're going to take the long side, definitely use this as your overall stop. But if you're long, just continue to raise stops to say the last previous low on it, and see where it goes. 15-minute chart. This was the triangle I showed yesterday. It broke out of it today, but not really the type of breakout that you'd want to see out of a triangle like this. Maybe they have to come down and test the bottom part of it. That would be right around this 2261. Test it and then head higher, or maybe they were just they jumped it up, consolidating, and now they're gonna push it up tomorrow. I'm leaving that totally up to the markets. I'm not really I don't have any strong bias up or down, because I can build a decent case for the markets to head higher or lower. So I'm not really interested in the long side, just because I'd rather be buying some type of dip rather than chasing these rips right now, especially with some of the people that I'm hearing on TV with the whole you just got to jump in, look at the long term type thing. Whenever we start to hear that kind of stuff, I get a little bit jittery as far as jumping into anything, because most of these people were bearish all the way into before we started climbing higher. So I take them with a grain of salt, and it definitely doesn't give me too much mojo to be wanting to join this party that they have right now. So I'm gonna sit on the sidelines right now, enjoy the holidays, and with that, that's really about all I have. If the bulls push it above this 2272, we're going to be testing these levels. Bears, they really need to push it through the 2258. But like I said, I have a feeling they're going to probably just continue to sing higher into the holidays. So with that, have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.